The Volquest 2-Minute Drill is brought to you by Craven Wings.
Craven Wings 2-Minute Drill on this Monday of game week, Hubs, even though it's really Wednesday, according to the head coach.
I don't know what day it is anyway. At this point in my life, I'm not sure what day it is.
Well, that's the pain meds.
Appreciate that.
We're just glad you're upright.
Vols by 80, right? That's how this is going to go.
So we hear from Josh Heupel. He called being there when Bru found out, and being there when Bru got to call his dad and tell him he was eligible, one of the best moments of his coaching career. And I'm sure it kind of was, because he got to see the relief, the excitement, all wrapped up in one.
Well, but I also think it says a lot about who Bru McCoy is and what Bru McCoy has become for this team. You know, when he was taken, a lot of people are like, oh, did they vet him out? Did they know? What do they know about this, that, and the other? You talk to enough people around here, this guy's well-liked in this program. Yep. He has blended in, adapted well, done everything they've asked him to do. And so it was a big moment for Josh Heupel. It helps his football team, but it's the NCAA doing the right thing for a kid who deserves the right to play and has earned the opportunity to play at Tennessee and get a fresh start.
Yeah, Cedric Tillman said he found out on Twitter, immediately fired off a text, told him, let's eat. And you can tell, I mean, that helps him. I mean,
no doubt.
You know, it helps the tight ends. Jacob Warren saying today he'd love to double his production from a year ago, but ultimately said, hey, if I end up with one catch and you know, Princeton fan ends up with 5, I'm happy with that, man. He's ultimate team guy.
No doubt. And a guy who's ready to play, a veteran who understands it. Thought it was pretty interesting. He said, I'm 100%, I'm good. They've been very cautious with that nagging shoulder. He's been kind of battling, but should be good to go. The other takeaway I had from Jacob Warren was that he seems pretty comfortable with where Miles Campbell and Charlie Browder are right now, and noted that those two guys need to help that room. They need that help this fall.
Defensively, Omari Thomas, you know, feels like this group's ready to prove some people wrong. I think he knows that they were kind of written off just based off last year's performance. Feels like they're deeper. And again, we hear the name Josh Josephs brought up, you know, as someone who has really burst onto the scene.
Yeah, and I think that's the guy people are going to be talking about on Friday morning at the water cooler. I think there's a feeling that he's going to be able to help them off the edge. I thought it was interesting that Omari Thomas said, hey, I'll play as many snaps as they need me to play. I don't have a set number. I want to go as much as they need me to go. Looking at the depth chart, Bryson Easton didn't run and take that job really the way you wanted him to in the preseason. He's bracketed as a starter. It's a little bit of a hodgepodge behind Omari Thomas. Who emerges Thursday night? When they get under the lights and it's time to go, who sort of shows up and separates themselves on Thursday night? I think will be really important for this coaching staff moving forward to get ready for Pittsburgh. This is not an audition. I don't want it to sound like that. It's not what I'm saying. But you can kind of put yourself above that line or below that line based on how you play Thursday night, I think.
Well, you asked Josh Heupel, how do you balance getting more, you know, depth versus forcing more depth?
And he says you don't force it, but that they have to play more players.
Yeah.
Translation is some guys on this team have to force themselves into the lineup. So we'll see what young players are talked about on, you know, Friday and the first part of next week as they get ready for Pitt. Who do they feel comfortable with going to Pittsburgh? We're going to learn a lot about that on Thursday night. Biggest takeaway, this team's ready to play. It's time to go play, and we'll see what this team looks like Thursday night.
Yeah, either way, they are ready to get inside Neyland Stadium and go to work. He's Brent Hubbs. I'm Austin Price. Craven Wings 2-Minute Drill. Don't forget, kids eat free all week long at Craven Wings.
When you're Craven Wings, it's got to be Craven Wings. Online at cravenwings.com.